Good morning everyone, today we're looking at another Invicta watch review. So initial look at the box is we've got the Invicta strapline and Invicta embossed logo on the side of a typically Invicta themed box with the yellow sort of branding to it and a simple folding lid and your sun rays sort of rays coming out from the corner of the watch box. Even got a little pair of scissors to match. It's not planned. It's just coincidence. Look inside the box, again that yellow theme is consistent all the way around the inside of here. The watch itself is housed in a bright yellow sock as well. All sort of nicely compact together. So here we go guys, this is the Invicta Pro Diver 30020 43mm, also known as the Invicta Pro Diver Hulk. It's got a 12mm case thickness, so the average sort of size for these sort of submariner homage watches, if you like. Retails at £72, weighs around about 170 grams, it's got a decent amount of weight to it, and uses a PC32 quartz caliber movement. So coming down to the face, so the face, right, we've got a very sort of unique face in terms of the fact that we've got a sunray green interior centerpiece to the actual dial with like ocean wave outside part to the actual dial. So that gives it a little bit more of a sort of, it's hard to describe, it's hard to sort of say what that does to the watch, how it appears. It doesn't necessarily stand out, but you notice almost like it's a difference. It almost looks like it's a almost like there's a bit of like a blemish on the glass. It's quite a weird sensation seeing that. Inside the actual face of the watch, you've got no sort of markings inside there. It's just a pure like brushed finish mirror effect inside there. The full sort of Invicta markings as you might expect, and you've got a little shark on there as well. Nice little touch. It's got a 100-meter walk resistance. You might have seen that from the marking on the glass. It's got, speaking of the glass, you've got flame-fused crystal glass, so it's, yeah, extra scratch resistant. Even I didn't know there was a measurement to scratch resistance, but we move. Full, fully luminous increments, fully luminous hands, and a date dial with a Cyclops light at the 3 PM. So coming out to the bezel. We've got a unidirectional bezel. It's a bit more of a sort of a cheaper clicker, as you can hear from a bit more of a hollow sound when it turns around. That's no matter though, the actual strength of the feedback to the crown, the bezel you get is decent. It's a decent mat. You've got a little luminous bob on the top here. Sorry, excuse me. And coming out to the casing, we've got a full stainless steel casing going all around the outside there. Crown protection housed in here as well. Invicta marking on the side there. Sometimes Invicta has a marking on the side, sometimes it doesn't. It entirely depends on the model. It's a full screw down crown. First position. It's got quite a quick dial, so when you're moving it, it does the first position. The date dial does change quite quickly. Second position, and the second position does. The actual pull system to the crown's fine, but the actual movement to the hands, it feels a little bit cheap, feels a little bit flimsy. So that's one sort of drawback I would say. But in terms of the overall quality, it does feel like it's made well before the strap. So the actual Invicta brand is actually a Swiss brand, and it's now housed in London and the UK. But it was founded in 1837 in Switzerland, but then moved over to like the UK in the 20th century. So coming out to the strap, you've got an oyster petrol style strap with the sort of two-tone effect finish with the polished finish on the middle and the brushed finish on the outside. It's, yeah, a 20mm strap, adjustable by little tiny screws on the side here. As you can, sorry, not screws, they are pins actually. They're not screws. Usually, always petrol strap is done by screws, but they might be little tiny screws. They just look so small that they're actually pins. So you might have to experiment with that and just see how it goes. So coming down to the clasp, you've got a double fold over clasp here with a safety buckle on the top, revealing a sort of a cheaper stainless steel inside component. Double fold over, of course. Plenty of room for adjustment on the actual clasp itself. So coming down to the actual back plate, got that sort of Invicta Pro Diver back plate on the back there, with this sort of the Trip Night. That's the actual luminous essences that they put on the hands, and a little more information about the watch as well. So there we go guys, that is the Invicta Pro Diver 30020.